Addiction is all around us. In this 4-part docuseries, we'll be exploring some tough subjects like addiction.
I didn't drink for 11 years in my life, but then it turned 12.
A personal journey of recovery.
First night was a big party my sister had, drink till puke type thing, and I loved it.
And on a much lighter side, how art can play a role in the recovery process.
I see designs from 20 years ago, before I even tried to do it as a business that I made, that just bring that meaning back, you know. You got to find that thing in life.
For Dave Beach, this journey is not just about his art. It's about a calling to help others who are walking this path with him.
When you can turn those things around and see the good in life, and you don't have to embrace the negativity or the stress, the pressure, if you actually can get down to the root of who you are and see that and not cover it up with all this stuff that we've created in this society, if you just, you know, allow yourself to be yourself, it's a beautiful thing.
Welcome to Art for Recovery.
The external environment, big house in a nice neighborhood, corporate world, 13-year executive, my son's mother, you know, good person, married her, you know, we got along, company car, all that stuff, everything's looking fine, but, you know, alcohol had become my mistress in the relationship, I guess, to cope with heart pain. I couldn't stop. I was in such a spiral that I was forcing myself to not drink for days on end and just going through mental mania and fear. I end up getting fired from the corporate job. I end up in a divorce. Wrecked company car under the influence of alcohol, had it taken away. A couple months later, total my own car and get a DUI. Some obvious flags coming up here. And I'm not understanding it because alcohol and I always were like together in what I considered the better times of my life. It's hard to understand unless you lived it. It's hard to describe to somebody that's not an alcoholic what it's like to try and leave it. So I went back to my father's garage and machine shop. But 4 months in, my father was diagnosed with cancer. He'd had an accident. We didn't know what was going on, but he was dead within 8 months. And yeah, obviously this was not a good time for me. But, you know, I needed that kind of waking up and stuff. You know, I needed a kick in the ass. I hated myself. You know, I'm scared. I got 2 sons. It's a very confusing thing in life to try and get away from something that just made so much sense for decades. I started just doing metal artwork and running my father's machine shop after he was gone, and I was a little lost. You know, how am I going to do this? But I had a lot of support. And there were just some people that came to my side that understand addiction. And they understood alcoholism, and they were loving me when I couldn't love myself. And I just started doing metal designs. You know, I was always creating and doing this stuff, but it just started coming out of me. And I was encouraged to keep pursuing it because it seemed to work for me, and I wasn't drinking. You know, the better times of your life usually involved around something progressive, something creative, something different. The rehabs I've been in, there was art.
All of us know someone who is fighting this battle.
There's so much of what I see with people around me, whether it's food addictions, other substance addictions, behavioral addictions. You know, we're just trying to flush this stress out of our lives and chasing whatever's in front of us that can make it go away for an hour type thing or the next 6 hours. And it's a bunch of crap. My art lasts. It's not the court stuff. It's not the DUIs. It's not the legal. It's not the fines. It's not any of that stuff. I lost me. There's so much emotion and empathy going on in my life, and it pours out through art. You find that thing
It brings out that core of you, I
Let's
guess.
join in Dave's mission and stop sweeping this under the carpet.
Art for me, art for recovery, that's one of the things I had to do to get my mind right. It can be music, it can be paint, it can be clay, it can be chalk drawings in a freaking driveway.
I believe we can make a difference in Altoona and around the world.